Get in, nerds. We are playing Hearts of Iron 4. So I'm realizing something, which is I got my main army over here not doing anything. It seems like America doesn't really have a great plan over here. So I'm just going to bring these units. I'm going to have them exercise a little bit. And then I'm going to bring them to the Soviet Union to help against the Germans. Because I think that's going to be the best way to handle things over here. So, we've taken back Stalingrad. We have the supply advantage here. And I think our best plan is actually going to be to shift the axis of our assault to the south and try to cut off all the German units that are east of this river, whose name I don't know if I ever... I think this is the Bug? Because I think this is the Volga, and I think this is the Bug. But don't quote me on that. No one who's really good at geography quote me on that, because I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again, undoubtedly. Alright. Let's get this going. Alright. Our men over here. Yeah, these units will be fully exercised up pretty quickly. Yeah, because now you can see all these German units are out of are low on supply. Let's try to get over the river here as well. Obviously, this battalion is going right away, but let's try to get on both sides of this here river. A couple of these units are a little bit under strength, so I'm going to be a little conscientious about committing them in this situation. We can for sure move units in. Let's pull one of these units back to attack this unit, and another one of these units to knock down this unit. Alright, beautiful. Now we're defending here, so that should go just fine. Two more... Oh no, this is the only division that's here, so we're gonna be... Okay, this unit's here. We can cross the river here, and now we'll be on both sides of the river. Beautiful. There's monopulse radar. This army is still exercising. Let's go ahead and shorten this front here. I think the Russians can hold Stalingrad just fine. So there's radar finished. What do I want next? I think it's not 1945 yet, but I do have more support equipment I can work on. I could work on special forces. Let's work on special forces. Let's get ourselves some mountain infantry. Alright, so now my question is, do I continue to push for Astrakhan? And I think the answer to that is yes. I am over the river in 3... I'm actually only over the river in 2 provinces here. I'm going to put one more unit in. Well, I'm not over the river yet. Let's not count our proverbial chickens before they've hatched. Alright. Yes, so as you can see, a lot of German divisions are trying to make their way out of here. No, actually, we're going to push in here. You're already moving in. Beautiful. Let's keep you moving towards Astrakhan. Yes. 2 divisions pushing there. Very good. Oh my gosh, we're about to make Astrakhan. Oh my gosh. I'm so hype. I'm so hype. Alright. You're defending now. We need to get units into this breach, and we need into this gap, and we need to get them there fast. Okay. These units are moving. Let's keep them going. This army is finished exercising. So let's put a front here. And they'll just take their sweet time getting here. This unit is on defense. Let's move in another division to reinforce it. Oh, actually, no. We have another division coming in to reinforce it already. 9 hours. It'll definitely be able to hold out rather, for a sufficient length of time. Beautiful. And we have more divisions coming in. This unit is going to need to guard this area. Beautiful. Alright, there's... Okay, so next, I think one of you need to move in to attack this unit. You need to do the same to keep that unit locked down. Now, 11 hours versus 5 hours. They are looking to prevent themselves from being cut off. Nobody should be surprised by that. So what do I do to ensure that I lock this area down? I've got Astrakhan, so these units are unsupplied, but I don't have a lot of strength in here right now immediately. And I have more divisions coming in, but it's going to be some time. I'm trying to decide if I move this unit across the river here. Oh, cripes, I already clicked it. Well, that's what we're doing. Alright, and we got more units coming in. Keep locking down that. Alright, beautiful. Let's get this division moving here. And this division is on their way. Beautiful. Alright, we now have a cutoff achieved. We are not currently defending Astrakhan, but I should be able to get units in there before too long. And now, it's just a question of us wrapping up the this territory here. We got more units on their way southwards. I'm going to simply allow this division here to hold. And I'm going to hope, desperately perhaps, that I can get what I need to get. Alright, so, I finished researching my transport plane. Let's research transport plane 2, and let's actually get... I got a new... this is Avro, India. Yeah, let's do more strategic bombing. Actually, wait, what's this one? This one's range. I do need range, so we'll need to do that. Let's get the new models in production, and let's get a few transport plane... No, actually, let's wait. Let's wait until we've got the later transport plane researched. This unit is on its way. So I think... Do we move forward? No. I think that unit continues to hold as we move more units in here. Because again, we want a thoroughly defended line to make sure they can't break out. We've got some units that are not currently moving. You're on your way to this province. Let's move these units into this province. The enemy is trying to get up and around us, but they're not going to be going far with no supplies. So let's do a nice quick little encirclement here and just make sure they can't get anywhere. Oh man. Remove this unit to Astrakhan. Alright, beautiful. We've got this area locked down. That's beautiful. So, let's just continue to bash this way. Beautiful. This unit is moved in here. I don't think there are any more enemy units in these areas. So, we'll just continue to move in. Beautiful. And that is our nuclear weapon built. So, we don't currently have any breakthroughs. Oh, we unpaused. We don't currently have any breakthroughs. We have 2 nuclear weapons, and we have 2 nuclear reactors in the process of that are currently running. We got with a 3rd in production. So I think that means we continue as we've been going. And soon we'll have even more nuclear weapons. Let's buy a little bit more aluminum from Canada. Sure wish there were better places to get aluminum. Alright. We can go here. And now it's kind of just a question of... Oh, you can just defend here. Because you can simply destroy these enemy units as soon as you wish. These enemy units are completely encircled with no ability to break out. Because there's no port over here. So, as long as we continue to press forward, we will capture and eliminate those enemy divisions. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see how many enemy divisions we can catch in this thing. How long is it going to take? Oh my gosh, are you guys walking? No, you're on trains. Alright, beautiful. Just making sure.
Hey, come on.
Alright. Seems like we caught quite a few units in here.
Come on.
Which I'm pretty pleased with. It looks also like there are other Soviet units attempting to reduce this pocket as well. So we should be in really good stead to get all these enemy units eliminated. And that, of course, Ireland, you can move troops through my territory. We're practically best friends. We both start with I. We both have some serious historical grievances with the English. We both have very similar colors on our flags. Absolutely. Alright, I see 9 enemy divisions in here, so I'm feeling very pleased with our outcome today. And it looks like these units are actually already retreating away from this province. So depending on how fast our units go, yeah, there we go. And that's a full overrun. And that is the end of that front. So now we can grab these units. And where do we want to put them? Let's put them around Saratov, a little bit further to the north, and Stalingrad. In fact, it looks like the Soviets are a little bit losing ground over by Stalingrad, so we'll just reinforce over here, just to keep that territory held. You guys can all strategically redeploy. I got units on these fronts, so I'm not worried. Oh my gosh, they got Stalingrad back. Oh, this is a problem. This is a giant problem. I need to push back through to Stalingrad. Oh, this is not great. I really thought I was good to go here, and I am not good to go. I am bad to go. My ability to go has never been lower. Alright. Wish these guys were not rolling all the way across Asia. Sir, please get on a train. Oh, this is a problem. Do we have supply in Astrakhan? I think we still do. Yes, because we have a river, because we're holding this side of the river. Oh, that's a perilous supply line. So how do we deal with that? Let's shove forward. Let's deal with it by shoving forward, I think is the right call. Alright, we're nearly through here. Beautiful. So now we're... Nope. No! Get in there! Reinforce, reinforce, reinforce! Okay, okay. Nope. Always be on defense if you can be on defense. Congolese independence achieved. Following approval by the Belgian authorities in the state, the new Congolese Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba held a speech to celebrate the newfound independence of the country. In it lies outspoken criticism of colonialism and the so-called Belgian civilizing mission. Though this was received positively within the nation, many outside the country have interpreted it as a personal attack against the Belgian head of state. The era of decolonization has only just begun. The balance of power in Africa has been shifted. If you know anything about the history of the Belgian Congo and Patrice Lumumba, you know that the criticism was very well deserved. Alright. So, our second army is getting in here. And hopefully, this will put us in a... Oh, they joined the Allies. Well... Gosh, Shaggy, I was about to look at that notification, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine, well, as long as it's fine. This unit. Oof. Really did not want to put all these units in place where they would be immediately out of supply, but it is what it is. Ah. There's been a rebellion already. And they're in the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Alright. So, but anyway, that's not anything we need to worry about. That's the Allies' problem.
Hey, come on. अपनी जगह लो ध्यान से सुनो हरकत के लिए तैयार
Alright, again, we're just trying to get some distance here so that we can shove into Stalingrad. Let's draw ourselves a battle line so that we can start getting a planning bonus. This is something that I haven't been as conscientious about as I should have been, but you know, you live and you learn. This fella can for sure use some abilities. Let's give him Charismatic. Charismatic's a good thing to have. These units are still in the Philippines. I could exercise them. Is it worth the risk? I think yes. I'll get a notification if there's a naval invasion in the Philippines. So it'll be fine. Alright. The enemy is... Oh, Christ. What is going on over here? Alright. That's okay. This might be good for us, actually. Let's shove on into Stalingrad. I think we can do a three-way shove into Stalingrad and experience success in the war place for sure. As long as we can get through this this motorized division, we'll be good to go and get there in good time. I'm just going to lock down that province. Beautiful. And that's going to give us all the supply we could ever need. Beautiful. All right. I'm feeling much more secure. My communication lines, my supply lines are good. And I am well positioned to continue my advance. So, now, do I attempt a ridiculous encirclement, which is to go all the way to Rostov, grab Krasnodar and Novorossiysk, lock down the Crimean Peninsula, and then push south, and just get as many ports over here? Because once I've got Batumi, all the German units in this area are out of supply, and that might actually be a good strategy. Let's take a quick look at where we are with casualties. We've taken quite a few. We're up to 250,000 against the Reich. And then the Reich is up to 1.1 million to us. So we are definitely doing good work here. All right, construction tab is looking good. Feeling pretty good overall. By the way, I'm basically running this game as though the game does not end at 1948, because I think as far as I'm concerned, it probably doesn't. Let's try to make some small encirclements work here as well. If I can get a cutoff here, I can be in Delight's town. I can be visiting some kind of garden, which can be said to contain delights of the earthly variety. The earthliest delight is encircling and destroying enemy divisions. I'm really encouraged by the low strength of these enemy divisions. I'm actually feeling very able to do whatever to accomplish a lot of good over here.
बाहर निकलो बाहर निकलो तैयार हरकत के लिए तैयार एकामात
All right.
हरकत के लिए तैयार
So, shove forward here.
बाहर निकलो
This counterattack has become dematerialized. Here we go.
बाहर निकलो
And we're through. Beautiful.
बाहर निकलो
Increase the game speed just a hair. Split that advance over there. I think I'm going to try to get across this here river.
जी जनाब
Meanwhile, how are things going over here? We are continuing to advance. I'm doing just kind of a shove here because I have the capacity to, and because getting back Soviet territory is of high importance. Actually, this area is extremely well fortified here, but they are pushing us here, so we have a little bit of an opportunity.
जनाब
And there's our encirclement. Beautiful. And we'll just push on these divisions until they're destroyed. Wow, they are actually giving me a hard time in this spot. You know, doing a major river crossing is a difficult proposition militarily, so I shouldn't be surprised by this. It doesn't mean I'm not surprised, but I shouldn't be.
जी जनाब
Yeah, let's continue to just
बाहर निकलो
bash away here. Beautiful. There's those divisions encircled. Again, if we can get to Rostov-on-Don, we can really clean up.
बाहर निकलो
And it looks like we're just about through here. They've only got 2 divisions left defending, and while their defense is good, their organization is lacking. Alright, so let's go ahead and get medium machine guns production. We don't have the capacity for this one again yet, but well, you know, we'll get there eventually. This is going to dramatically increase the cost of our infantry equipment, but it's also going to make it a lot better. And we're producing a lot of infantry equipment, so hopefully we'll be able to get what we want to get here. West of Saratov, we are running into some supply issues, but that's okay.
अपनी जगह
Let's
लो
whack against this
हरकत के लिए तैयार
this province. Ah, I see. They're feeding more troops in through here.
जी जनाब
So we need to really
कमान
go as far in as we can, as fast as we can. I think we're able to be. I think we're doing it. I think we've gotten where we want to get to. I am gonna jinx it. ABJ, always be jinxing. Every time you don't have something that you really want to have, just say you've got it already. It's a foolproof plan that can never fail. Welcome back to Bad Advice with the Gen Cat. Okay, we actually don't need to push on this province any longer. Because we're over the river now, and we can safely redeploy without having ourselves a problem. So let's just go ahead and explode right out of this province. Okay, never mind. Nope. Okay, the attacks are working. The attacks are working. Go attack over the river. Remember that thing you were trying not to do? Start doing it. Alright. I guess we're gonna have to hold off and actually get our organization back. You know how much I love going forward with reckless abandon. Do we have a supply point over here? We don't. This is the closest supply point is Saratov, and it's not producing supply, not putting supply through as much as I would like. Is this a low-level railway? Is that why we're having an issue here? It is. Alright, so let's upgrade the level of this railway, and we'll just throw that in at the top. Just get that built real fast. I kind of love, like, it's not really realistic, but I kind of love that you can build railways in the territory of any country that you have military access through. I just think that's very funny, as just sort of a general concession to the fact that, like, this is a video game and the AI is not very good at managing its supply networks at all. Alright, let's continue forward. Enemy supply is absolutely Robert Borked over here, so we'll continue to shove and do what we want to do. Mechanized is a little low, but we've never had more of it than we have now. So I'm feeling reasonably confident. I also think it's a good time to increase our number of proper infantry divisions. And I think there's no better candidate for getting better infantry divisions than this fella here, who has proven himself more than capable of defending. Nope. That's just an autosave. It's just an autosave. It's not the game crashing. You don't need to get scared. Oop, I selected way too many units. Put them back in the training army. Let me see. Can I afford to swap all of these over? It looks like I can. So, we'll get those units training, and then soon we'll have even stronger forces. And maybe we'll deploy those forces into the Soviet Union, but we'll see. Wow, still having a hard time with this attack here. That's bananas. Let's do a totally reckless shove over the river to the south as well, and another one to the north. Soviet Union annexes Tynotuva. In a press release earlier today, Moscow announced the formal annexation of Tynotuva. The Supreme Soviet agreed to a request from the Tuvan Parliament for membership in the USSR. The small Tuvan People's Republic, which had only been officially recognized by the Soviet Union and Mongolia, will be organized as an autonomous oblast. I believe, yeah, here we go. This is where Tynotuva is. Our bark is Tyno what? This is where that area is. Yes, Congo, Leopoldville, you can move troops through here. Oh, I lost a convoy. Gosh darn it. Let's go ahead and mark these areas as no-go zones. No, actually, because that's going to cost me more. Unless they're effectively raiding there, which I don't think they are, it's going to cost me more in the long run to try to keep shipping moving through there than it is to send shipping around the Horn of Africa than it is to continue it moving through there. All right. So this route is going to have oh no, there is a supply point. There is a supply point, and it's right there. Model after Soviet Union. Beautiful. So we finished our army remodeling. By the people, for the people, this gives us support tech, support artillery, and infantry tech. I don't think we actually need that. So let's move over this way. Let's grab Chariot of Victory. This gives us a really solid breakthrough and armor increase for our mechanized, and it also gives us a military factory. Ooh, but I could get that soft attack and breakthrough bonus if I go over here. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Y'all have probably been screaming at me a long time to do this one. Located in Jabalpur, the Ordnance Factory Khamaria is a key producer of munitions and armaments. Expanding its capacity strengthens our military's firepower, ensuring our forces remain well equipped for any challenge ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get that started. I legitimately had no idea that this was... Oh, you're defending now. I am going to lengthen my line here. Go ahead and get around there because I want to be going forward. Excuse me, keep attacking, please. We need to keep continuous pressure over here, or else we're gonna lose all the organization damage we've dealt against these units, and that would be a tragedy. Gotta keep more units on defense. Alright, we're on our way. We're on our way. 11 hours. Beautiful. Alright. If we can just grab... They are attacking over here, but if we can just grab hold of this province, we can all be in a really, really rock-solid stead. And we can have supply enough to move through here. So, let's commence ourselves a little attack. And beautiful. We are through to where we want to be. And I'm feeling really good overall. Let's go ahead and... Alright. Happily, these units were almost done exercising. So, we'll move troops in to defend the Philippines. And we'll allow our troops in the USSR to continue to move. I'm just going to change the color of this army and put them in to the main action. No, do not leave that port. There's Japanese troops coming in. How could you? How could you do this to me? Stay there. Okay, well. Yeah, okay, I get it. But also, the rest of the army is coming. You can just wait for them to deal with the situation. You need to defend the port. Defend the port, you fool! No! No! Alright, well, we'll just attack. We'll just attack and get that done. While we go back to the USSR, let's go ahead and increase the length of this line so that we can kind of conga line northwards. And make sure that we keep Stalingrad. Beautiful. There's MP3. We are in 1945. So, what is there to do in the 1945 range? Not much, since we're not in Road to 48. I suppose there's better aircraft, but we don't have the axial jet engine, which I believe we're working on. I suppose I could get myself medium bombers, or, you know, some kind of boat technology. Let's get the basic submarine snorkel. And in fact, I'm actually going to queue in some dockyards, because I think ultimately in the long run, I'm going to want some dockyards. So we'll put 3 over here. We'll put 3 over here. We'll throw a few more nuclear reactor facilities under construction. One in Gujarat. Is there anywhere else where I got really good infrastructure that I've built up? Ooh, I got a lot of capacity for buildings in Mumbai. I think I'll build up there. Alright, that should be fine for now. Alright, how is Philippines War? The Philippines War seems good. And with this province taken, Ireland has capitulated. What happened? Germany managed a naval invasion of Ireland. UK, how did you goof this up so bad? You're in the Allies, right? That's an active front for you. Oh my gosh. Foolish. A travesty, in fact. Ooh, did we get our supply point? Yes, but it's not active yet.
Ekamat. Yar Janab. Chalte raho. Harkat ke liye tayyar.
Just smash forward a bit here. Now, we're still working on getting enough mechanized to really deploy a mechanized force, but we're close. We've got an army of 6 divisions, and we'll have 2 more shortly, and I think at that point we'll put them in the Soviet Union and get them doing the work that we want to be doing. So, we have the capacity to push to Voronezh. We have the capacity to push to Rostov. So I'll figure out kind of what I want to do with these armies, I think, next episode. It's been a productive episode. Let's take a quick look at where we are. We're up to about 300k casualties suffered by us against the Germans. 1.2 million on their part, so a good solid 4-to-1 kill death. I'm feeling very, very confident about my abilities. Let's just do a quick look into our decisions. Like a few more things. Oh, I didn't realize these were decisions. We can make these are active for 45 days. Effects when selected. Oh, I see. So we can add free regiments at the cost of losing some of the bonuses in these areas, which I don't want to do. That is not something I want to do. Let's definitely kick off the war bonds thing. That's just, it's free construction. Close this out because we don't need that. I can do region-wide industrial integration. I don't necessarily want to do that quite yet. I still haven't. You know what? Let's get the Reserve Bank of India. No. Let's go to extensive conscription. Then we'll get the Reserve Bank of India. Alright, I did it. I used all my political power, like a big hero. But that's going to get us a lot more manpower, and that's going to be really good. So, that is all we've got time for, my nerds. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.